Morning guys, welcome to week 3, day 1 of the Guildford City Fitness live stream. New environment, so we're in the living room today because it rained a little bit and we haven't got a fence yet. So next to the neighbours' dogs are already out and about, and we thought better just to try it in the living room, see how it goes. We could open the curtains a little bit maybe, to try and get some extra light in. But again, let us know how it looks and we'll try and come up with another solution if we need to. Hope you all had a really good weekend. I haven't really been that active on Twitter to see what everyone's been up to, but judging by the group chats that I've seen, but the times have been really cool. So again, thanks for your engagement with that, and just make sure you're sticking at it and keeping each other accountable with all the work that you're trying to do, with all the challenges that we're putting together. So you've seen this, if you've seen the spreadsheets for this week, you'll notice that we're now up to 40 seconds in 3 rounds. Because I'm kind of time conscious about having a 4th round and giving you too much rest in between so that it takes up too much of your day. But from next week, it's going to change the format a little bit. So you'll still do quite a lot of work, but it's going to be a slightly different format. So everything this week for top squad, 40 seconds, nays 35. And with that being said, we're going to get going. So let's go move this quickly. Hopefully I can't wander out of shot because a bit less room. So just jogging on the spot to begin with. Is my head in the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Figured out by now I don't like jogging anymore. It's all about bouncing. Or ice skipping. It is a bit warmer. At least.
Would you like the window open? Window?
Can do. Oh no, actually leave it. Unless you want to open. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, relax. Same as last week, guys. So we're going to do a little bit of a raise, couple of mobility bits, and then a bit more raise. So we're going to go dorsal press to sit back to start. Don't even need the cushion anymore. Okay, so 6 reps. Again, with the sit backs, make sure you try to reach yourself into streamline and crawl forward as much as possible so you get a good stretch in your lats. And with the sit back, with the dorsal press, make sure your hips stay on the floor the whole time, or you're taking stretch away. Okay, then we go bend the iron across, so roll over onto your back, arms out to the side, feet up, rotate over to the side. Make sure your hips are facing to the opposite direction of your chest, so it should stay to the ceiling the whole time. You want to get a bit harder, straighten your knees, so you've got the weights a bit further away from your core. Okay, then on your feet for a bit more jogging. 2, 1, go. So just 20 seconds because you're just topping up all the warm-up bits you're doing. Okay, relax there. Then we're going to go into walkouts. So again, streamline, small as you can, round your back, hold, walk out. And if you have to stop in between, make sure you stay down here so you keep that stretch in your hamstrings. Okay, one more. Okay, leg swings. So 6 in each. Side to side, same leg. Okay, then side to side, second leg. Again, by doing it this way, so you can check all of one side to see how it then compares to the other one. Okay, side to side again. 2, 1. Okay, relax. And a bit more jogging in 2, 1, go. I messed me up more than I should have done. Okay, stop there. No more of that. Okay, then we'll go into scat press. Go 6 reps in 2, 1. Let's go. But again, biggest priority, trying to get your spine in the middle of your upper back, up as high as you can at the top, pushing your hands down through the floor as hard as possible. Okay, relax there. And after doing that, we're changing the order up a little bit. Then we're going to thread the needle. So we've activated all of this. Should find this is a little bit easier now. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, as you go through this, making sure that your hips stay onto your feet. If you don't feel like this is doing anything, try and do it up against a wall so you can't reach away from yourself, or go off onto a straight arm and pull yourself through. So as you go under, keep pulling, try and get a bit more stretch between your shoulder blades. Okay, so this should be about 5 and 6. Okay, one more round of jogging in 2, 1. Move around so I don't wreck the carpet. Okay, last few seconds. 2, 1, relax. So to about mobility, make sure you've got your drink. I'm going to talk through the session. It's the same as last week. And the only kit you'll need is a chair for the bridges. So you've got short bridge to start. Just make sure I'm in shin frame. So on your back, short bridge, 90 degrees at hip and knee. Holding yourself at the top for the whole 40 seconds. I'll move that cushion. And then switch legs. After that, you've then got up downs. So up down. Just transitioning from a press up plank into a forearm plank. Starting here, down to that, without moving your hips too much. Then you've got squat. So we'll go through a couple of variations on how to do this. But full range of motion, low as you can, under control with a good back position. Streamline crunch, feet on the floor, hands overhead. Blow yourself up. Keep your stomach really tight and small. Then you're going into rotation plank and burpee to finish off. So again, rotation plank, hand off the floor and pull your stomach to the side rather than hip then hand. And burpee. Again, jump, go down, push up plank, Okay, so I'll give you 10 more seconds. Each round's another 40 seconds long this week. So another 2 minutes of work to be done. And like we said, we'll change the format next week. Okay, so going on to short bridge in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So to begin with now, should be getting pretty used to these. First half of the set almost works as a bit of activation for you. So just trying to make sure that your hips are firing effectively. Not feeling it too much in your hamstrings. Make sure your chair is secure. And also make sure that your feet aren't on the front of the bench. If you go there, you're going to feel it more in your quad than your hips. So last 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, switch. So 10-second break. So again, if you put your feet on the front, you're going to feel it mainly on your quadriceps instead of your hips. So 2, 1, let's go. Make sure it doesn't slip. The easiest way, so as much as we've pointed out during other exercises, is to make sure that your heel's up. So even if you haven't got a chair and you're doing this on the ground, make sure your toes are up like this. If you go flat foot, a lot of you also have to push through this part of your foot, and that's where you get a lot of quad work done. Okay, almost there. Last 5 seconds. In 2, 1, relax. Okay, so into up downs. Yeah, keeping it short with the rest, 10 seconds off. In 2, 1, let's go. So maybe, again, up to you whether you alternate which side you go down on and back up with. As long as it's controlled, your body knows exactly what it's doing. So last few seconds of this. And stop. So up on your feet, into squats. In 2, 1, let's go. So all you have to do, with the depth on this, you can go all the way to the floor. Make sure your back position is really strong, straight from head to hip. Make sure your toes don't come up off the floor, so your weight's balanced to the middle of your foot, so you can push down evenly. Failing that, if you want to push through your heel, lift your toes up inside your shoe. Last 10 seconds. Arms can go out for balance. You can do prison squats with your hands behind your ears. Just make sure you don't pull your neck down. And relax. Into streamline crunch. Streamline crunch. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. See, now I've got a wall, so I can cheat a little bit. But ultimately, all it means is that I'll be able to get more of a squeeze at the top of each position. So for those that are trying to develop a bit more core strength, if the top is your weakness, go up, hold that position there, and go down slowly. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Again, streamlines, mine got sloppy there. Make sure your wrists stay behind your nose the whole time. Then in 2, narrow push up. 2, 1, let's go. So hands inside shoulders. Imagine you're trying to make an arrow with your elbows, so down this way. If you have to go out there, just go onto your knees and keep your elbow position stable. Last few seconds. 2, 1. Relax. Rotation plank. 10 seconds off. Start in a push-up position in 2, 1. Let's go. So again, 40 seconds, but if you prefer, you can count it in reps, see how many you do per round with good quality. That's 3 for me, on each side. Hold there. Finish off in 3, 2, 1. Relax. Finish off the round with burpees. In 2, 1, let's go. Again, if you have to slow down to make sure your back position stays straight, I'd say go down to here, hold it, relax there, 2-minute break. So drink time, maybe open a window if you can't breathe, in. So a couple of things to remember in general. Tonight we've got the second in our sports science support series for sports psychology. The 3rd video. Ellen's back in tonight running it. So 6 p.m. Make sure you watch live if you can. And if you can't, make sure that you go back and watch it, because genuinely the girls are putting a lot of effort in. They really know what they're talking about, and it's only going to help you make the most of the time you've got at the moment. So another minute left on the break. Again, let us know in the comments if the videos, if you can see what's going on, if you need us to change anything. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'll light off. No, that's it.
Just yellowy with the light on and white with the light off. Just leave it as is for now.
Alright. I feel pretty good considering all the moving. Okay, so make sure you've had a drink, 30 seconds left. Make sure your kit's back where you need it to be. And again, with all the bridges, for the older ones watching, I've changed it up between short, long and raise and whatnot. If you have to adapt mid-set, you still have to do that. Just make sure you get through each session with a good quality repetition done, so you gain the most benefit from it. So a few seconds left. We're going to start round 2 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There you go. If your foot starts to slip, just catch it. If it does slip, pull it back towards your head a little bit. So rather than that happening, you should stay here for a little bit longer. Okay, a bit more. Okay, so finishing this rep in 2, 1, relax. 10 seconds off. Okay, then we're carrying on in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Failing that, if changing body position doesn't help, you can always pull the chair really close so your foot's on the back of it. You've still got similar limb position.
seat. And just shuffle your shoulders forward. As long as you're happy that the right muscles are doing the job. A little bit longer. In 2, 1, relax. Into up downs. So up, down, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We could do alternate up and down with a march. So you're getting a nice even spread of upper body anti-rotation and then lower body anti-rotation. Just make sure when you do it, if you're up here, your lower back stays nice and flat. Don't create that well. So if you do this, just keep it flat, toes up, and relax into squats. A 10-second break. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I think in 40 seconds, it's not that many reps. If you want to do them properly, try not to pause at the top, hold the bottom, go up slow, quick squeeze in the hips, straight back in. So we're halfway there. Okay, last 10 seconds, we're time for 2 more reps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax in the streamline crunch. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, as much as you're holding the top position, guys, try and make sure your shoulders don't touch the ground until the end of the set. So just about that much gap. And back up. It helps you hold a little bit more tension in your core. Again, if you can't hold that streamline perfectly, bring your arms across like this. It's much better for technique to remember this and hold it than to go for this kind of position. And 2, 1, relax. Okay, and narrow push-ups. So again, hands inside shoulders. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you have to go onto knees, do so. But much better if you've got a partner to use the belt trick, because you're going to hold that position a lot better, a lot more effectively. We're stopping in 2, 1, relax there. Rotation plank and then burpees to finish round 2. In 2, 1, go. Your feet wide. So if I let myself up right in front of the camera, no matter what happens, feet should be behind my head the whole time. Hips shouldn't stick out to the side. The other challenge then becomes, as you rotate, last one each side, is making sure when you look down, your wrist is under your shoulder, not drifting out. So from that position, you should be able to see a big difference. Make sure that doesn't happen to you. Relax there. 10 seconds. Finishing with a burpee. In 2, 1, let's go. If you have to slow it down again, just to make sure your body positions are right. That's much better than rushing through. Teaching yourself bad habits. Or you can use your partner. Go from take your marks.
Take marks.
And go.
Go.
Make sure they're awake as well.
Take
Sit.
marks.
Ah,
Oh, you're just
and
doing it now.
relax. Force of habit.
Yeah.
So 2 more minutes break. Final round. So again, please do let us know in the comments or email if you need us to make any changes to the setup. But again, once we've got a fence put up, there's no chance of dogs invading the video. We can go back outside. I think you're braver than me if you are outside today, because when we woke up in Aldershot it was a little bit rainy. But it seems to be going away now. Hopefully you all stayed indoors at the weekend like we were asked to. And again, I said I was going to do a foam rolling tutorial for the upper body today, but I still haven't unpacked it yet. I'm still looking. But as soon as I get that look found, I'll be putting that onto the back end of one of these videos, and we'll timestamp it so you know where to look if you're looking for it. Let us know if there's anything else you want to see about lower body. I'll try to keep it kind of concise because you know I could go on forever. But if there's other muscles you want me to try and show you for lower body, like lower back, more than happy to do that as well. Just stay with us. Just make sure you've got your drinks in. Last round of today. It is Easter, isn't it? So there's no excuse for the GCSE kids, or ex-GCSE kids, as it were, now. Okay. So make sure your kit's back where you need it to be. I'm going to flip this round the right way this time from the get-go, so I'm not cheating. Last thing I want to do is start shirking work, but I know you're all trying very hard. So short bridge left side, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Slippy. There. To be fair, if you do it on a sliding surface, it just makes it that much more challenging. It's one of the things I would have put on a kit list. You can get floor sliders so that you can slowly go to the ground with a straight leg and pull yourself back up. But I'm not that cruel, not yet. So last 8 seconds of this exercise. Hold it together. 2, 1, relax. So flip your chair. Going again in 2, 1, let's go. Am I too far forward? Am I still there?
You're still there.
Okay, cool. This is a good living room.
So Neil says, good job, Jordan. Can't believe you moved and look so ready this morning.
The move was a good warm up, Neil. I haven't had a chance to reply yet, but I did see your email. Thank you very much. We do really appreciate your kind words.
Thank you so much.
So keep it going, guys, a little bit longer. Last 10 seconds of this, then we're done with bridges for today. 2, 1, relax. Into up downs. So, up down. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm going to go with the march first. Because I felt I was cheating before. Alternating each time with the leg raises. Make sure you lift with your heel. So if you keep your toes pulled up towards your head like this. It makes it much easier. Give it a try to squeeze your glute than if you point your toes. So last couple of seconds in 2, 1, into squats. One of the funnier things with joining Guildford is that the amount of swimmers that struggle to do that sort of thing with their toes up because of years of doing that, but it will be worth it. In 2, 1, let's squat. So again, challenge yourself, see if you can do the least reps. If you want to do a 40-second wall sit, that's completely fine. The only thing it takes away is that core control and body position. You can use the chair for balance if you want. This is harder, but it still seems like less effort today. Bouncing at the bottom as well. So last few seconds. That's kind of cheating, but still a lot harder on your groin. 2, 1, relax. A streamline crunch. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So as with everything, start as strong as you can, because you might not feel ready to do it, but you might surprise yourself. You can start the round in the hard version, and then regress it a little bit each time. So you might not be able to complete a full round, but with this, make sure you've got a squeeze across your whole abs. Couldn't find the English for that one. 2, 1, relax. Practice abdominals, for those that want to know. So narrow push up in 2, 1, let's go. Oh, Sam Rory and Ben still have their arms attached after the Murphy they attempted the other day. Failing that again, onto your knees. It's still better. Keep your hips down. Keep them narrow. If you change stance, relax anyway. If you change your width now, you're going to start emphasizing other muscles during the push-up. They all work hard between chest, tricep and shoulder. But today's emphasis is here, so that later in the week it can be there. So, rotation plank in 2, 1, let's go. Oh, cheat. Cheating again, jeez. Slow, controlled fall. Slow, controlled raise. And actively on your side, pushing your hand down, staying strong, keeping your shoulders stable. Last 10 seconds. And lifting your hips as well. 2, 1, relax. Finishing with burpee. 2, 1, go. Last 15 seconds. Ten seconds. 2, 1, relax. Good job, guys. End of the session. Don't need my jacket today, that's for sure. So have a little walk around, helps get your heart rate down a little bit quicker. Even if it does look awkward on camera, it means I can talk during the cool down. And then quad stretch like usual. Again, if you're recovering from a high heart rate, better to do it standing than lying down. So 2, 1, let's go. So don't mind if you go left or right. Just make sure you start on the same one each time. Make sure you keep your abs tight while you do it. Concentrate on the stretch between your knee and hip, rather than yanking up your ankle. Okay, switch sides. And staying in shot. So again, exercise order changed a little bit. So each session looks a little bit more concentrated and divided. So there are some sessions that are a bit more lower body dominant. A lot of them alternate upper and lower with a bit core in the middle, rather than being whole body in one go, because they're a bit longer. It means you develop each muscle a bit more, relax. It means your local muscle endurance will improve that much more. It's a bit harder to recover from, but it also means that you're splitting it up a bit more evenly. Hamstring stretch. Yeah, if you feel too tight around the hamstrings, go back down to the floor. Relax for a second, sit back, go back in, don't fall over. Switch sides. So knee and heel in line. 2, 1. Try not to touch your knee, so all the stretch comes from your hamstrings, from your hips lifting themselves. That's a correction, not an addition. Now straight back, relax down. Hold that position, 2, 1. Relax. Iron cross. So back down on the floor. So the major difference, one leg straight, other one comes across. And you can use your arm to help with that stretch. So it depends on the person. If you want to straighten your leg, that'll work. That switches it to lower back for me. For this, I want it to be kind of hip dominant. So I'm using my opposite hand to knee and actively pulling it up towards my right shoulder. So there. 2, 1. Switch sides. So again, notice that you're lying down, but actually I'm doing this with my hand to try and get my knee a bit further away from the side of my hip. 2, 1. So if you look at where my knee is here compared to that. So my hip position didn't change much, but knee comes a bit higher. Use 2 hands if you want to get it going, but always make sure both shoulders are on the floor so you've got a consistent setup and you know what you're doing. Okay, and then relax. We're going to go kneeling lats. So, 2, 1, let's go. So similar to the one we showed you at the end of last week. Push your head through and try and rotate. So it's almost like you're doing thread the needle with your hands pinned. Your hips won't move because both knees are on the floor. So here, and twist. So depending on what the camera's like, you imagine I'm trying to show the tier logo as best I can. relax. Push down a bit more in the middle. And then go again. Again, start to shift your hips away from the hands to increase it a bit more. Move the chair to see the other side. And go. So you imagine level 1. Easy versions here. Second one, twist. And then the third one, you try and get your other hips. So I'm twisting towards the camera with my chest and pushing my hips away from the camera on the other side. So twist and then not tail on eye, whichever way you're facing is where you push your hips. So twist the camera, shift hips. So again, it just means that this end of your lat and the other end down here are getting pulled away from each other. Chest stretch. Go use the chair again. In 2, 1, let's go. So the main thing with this one is that your other hand isn't supporting you fully, or you won't get the stretch. So if you bend it, kind of like a weird push-up. And then this arm is just acting as a stabilizer to support you. And again, to increase it, just shift back a little bit. Relax, switch sides. So again, those that were doing PE, GCSE, might be on the syllabus. The direction of muscle fibers is really important for stretching. Your pec muscles, when you go overhead, will go diagonal. So when you do this, you're stretching them along that line of action. A bit nerdy for us, 8 in the morning. But as a tool for teaching you how to take care of your body, if you ever do find out which direction a muscle's fibers run, that will help you figure out which positions to hit when you're stretching. So I'm not trying to train anyone to do my job, but if it helps you understand your body a bit better, it's definitely something worth considering. Here, relax. Leave that there. So, things to recap. Today's challenge, again, is commitment. So you've got your 5 rounds. Is it commitment? I should know I wrote them. It's responsibility today. So 5 rounds, starting on 10 push-ups, 10 pull-ups, or inverted rows, whatever you've got available to do. And a 1K run, cycle or row, descend, do 8, 8, 1K, 6, 6, 1K, 4, 4, 1K, 2, 2, 1K. Record the time, let us know how you got on. Apologies to anyone over the last 3 weeks who has been mentioning Guildford in Facebook. I've been getting the notifications, but then the page has shown me posts from January. So I just found it last night. So thanks to all the clubs, all the parents that have been putting pictures of them and their swimmers trying the challenges on Facebook. I'm aware of it now and I will respond and like them. I just didn't want to do it at 11 o'clock when I was trying to get to sleep. But everyone else that's using Twitter and Instagram, keep it coming. It's been really cool. We've built quite a cool little community around these things now. And it's really exciting to see how much progress everyone's making week on week. Some of you have done phenomenally well, given the circumstances. I think everyone panicked a lot when we thought we were going to lose, when we knew we were going to lose the water and trying to maintain fitness, but a lot of people have surprised themselves at just how quickly they've adapted to doing extra land training. So again, for me, very impressed. Stay in touch, keep us up to date. And then again tonight, you've got another video from Ellen around sports science support, and it's going to be focused on psychology again. So a lot of you tuned in live last week, so please, if you can, make sure you're available. It's about half an hour's worth of really high quality content. This is just going to help you manage your day to day a little bit more and try and teach you a bit more about the science behind the art of swimming, I guess. So that's it from me. Again, thanks from everyone at Guildford City for watching, and have a great day.